Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another video for you guys. Today I'm actually reviewing a comic book on the channel. I know, quite surprising. A comic book, really? I haven't done that, I think, ever on the channel. Today I'm reviewing the first issue of Batman 1989. When I first heard they were actually doing this, I was quite surprised, and I was excited to read this issue, and I will have to say, overall, it's pretty solid. I wasn't blown away, but the ending, I think, was the most intriguing part. And I won't get too much detail because I don't want to spoil it for you guys. But if you're a fan of Tim Burton's Batman and you want to see the continuation or see more stories in this world, of course, because they are, I think, from what I'm understanding, they're not including the Schumacher Batman Forever and Batman and Robin continuity. They're just sticking with Batman and Batman Returns. Definitely pick this up and check it out. What I found most intriguing was that this first issue was more focused on Harvey Dent in this story. Now, I wasn't really expecting, like, okay, fully 100% focused on Bruce Wayne, but I was surprised that Harvey Dent got a lot of the focus, but it kind of makes sense because we didn't see a lot of Harvey in the films that he was featured in, of course, played by Billy D. Williams, but I was actually kind of surprised that he was the focus, but I think it kind of makes sense. We had heard that Tim Burton, I believe, had plans for Billy D. Williams to become Two-Face in his universe. Of course, he never got to direct his Batman 3. So this does make sense, in my personal opinion, that Billy D. Williams is the focus in terms of, well, you know, Harvey Dent, Billy D. Williams, that he's the focus in this first issue. The ending I will not give away because it is a spoiler, but I was quite surprised by it because up to that point, I thought it was overall solid. But the ending, for me, in my personal opinion, saved it. I was really intrigued to get back into this world and see what we were going to be seeing in these new stories, in these 6 issues. But the fact is, the ending, for me, kept me intrigued and wants me to actually stick around and read Chapter 2, Issue 2, and see what is next. Because the way it was kind of building up, okay, it's interesting. I'm not fully invested, but I'm curious about what they're doing and why it's set up this way in terms of how they're telling the story in the first bit of the issue. But the ending is definitely what kept me around going, okay, let's see what they do with this. As somebody who was a fan of the first 2 Burton Batman films, and I really enjoy those films, yeah, at times some of it doesn't hold up. But overall, I feel like they really stand out in a big way in terms of reinventing Batman and kind of bringing a more darker approach to the films. I like the fact that they're doing this, and I think it's a really cool concept, and I just kind of wish this first issue, besides the ending, was a little bit more interesting and maybe kept me more engaged, but I'm not really sure where it's going. You know, this could end up being amazing. Who knows? But in terms right now with this issue, I would say it's overall solid. It didn't blow me away, but the artwork, I think, definitely is great as well. Something I didn't mention too much. I should have mentioned that a little bit earlier, but the artwork is definitely great, and I'm curious to see where they go with this, because for me, I want this to succeed because this is a really cool concept, and it's something that people thought they would never do, and the fact is when they announced, people were like, what? This is real? So now that we have the first issue, I'm curious to see what happens next, but I'm wondering where the story is going to go, and I hope that it sticks the landing in terms of how they ended this, because I think the ending, like I said, definitely saved it. So if you're a fan, go check this out, this first issue, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you have read it already, or if you're curious to read it, are you excited for it? Let me know in the comments below. I'm hoping you guys go check it out and see what it's all about. That's my review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out.